RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Macias Insurance, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974. Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else. Toyota, let's go places. Visit www.buyatoyota.com.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Bethalto Sports Complex. It is time for softball. Riverbend softball today. The Alton Redbirds against the CM Eagles with Craig Ballman, Brent Berklin here with you to bring you the purple and gold against the Alton Red, the red and white. And sunny, windy, cool day as this great spring weather continues, Craig.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
If you're a left-handed hitter, it might be a good day for you because the wind's blowing out towards right. And we'll see if these left-handed hitters can take advantage. Sun's out. It's not too bad.
Except it's in the 40s in mid to late April. But anyway, those are the weather conditions. And we've had some weather conditions here in the spring for baseball, softball, soccer, tennis, track, you name it. And this week has been a very soggy week. A lot of rain around, of course. And we're going to try to play today and again tomorrow. Alton girls tomorrow taking on Southwestern. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the start of this one. The Eagles and Redbirds getting ready to go. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Timeout! Come here! I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage? Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062. Hey, where do you want this ladder? Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
With Craig Ballman, Brent Berklin back here with you as we're in Bethalto at the sports complex here. There's soccer going on today, too. The Oilers against the Eagles over there. Over here, we have girls softball. The Alton Redbirds against the CM Eagles out here at the sports complex. And, of course, a lot of wind, a lot of clouds. We do have a little bit of a break with some sunshine, but cloudy, windy, and cold for sure here as everybody is bundled up, including a lot of the players who get ready for the game today. And the Alton Redbirds will start with a lineup like this. Georgia Dodson will lead it off at short. Haley Longo at the catching position. She bats number 2 in the order. Jordan Rohde hits third and plays first. Alina Mayer, the cleanup hitter. She's the third baseman for Alton. Morgan Tipsword bats fifth. She plays out in right field. Caitlin Presley, the designated player. Presley in there in the number 6 spot. Batting for the left fielder, Madison Bemis. Pitcher Morgan Butler will hit 7th. Amanda Palin, the second baseman, hits 8th. And Kayla Gutierrez, the center fielder, will bat number 9. And they will face McKenzie Satterfield, a right-handed pitcher, and a senior right-hander. The Eagles only have a couple of seniors, and one of them is Satterfield, Craig.
Satterfield, I got to see her pitch when she went up against Southwestern a couple of weeks ago. 6-5 record coming into this game, and an ERA of 1.41. So both of these teams pitchers have good ERAs. Obviously, Morgan Butler, who will be in the circle for Alton's got the much better overall record. Much like Alton's got a much better overall record than CM coming into this one.
Georgia Dodson steps in. Dodson hitting .489. And low and away as we start things off. We should mention that the CM Eagles are down a couple of catchers. Madison Hall on the injury list. And Kelsey Deaton, a sophomore catcher, on the injury list. So they go with their senior today, and that is Chelsea Harmon. So the two seniors are the pitcher and the catcher for the Eagles, and we have a 1-1 count here as Harmon gives the sign to Satterfield, and Dodson will take a strike, and it's 1-2 now.
Dodson's kept the bat on the shoulders. First three pitches called ball to start things off, and two called strikes at the bottom side of the strike zone.
Right-handed batter Georgia Dodson will tap one in front of home plate. She's got a lot of speed. The pitcher will throw to first, but nowhere near in time. It's a swinging bunt single for Georgia Dodson and good speed on base.
That's exactly what it was. Most bunts don't go as far as that ball went. I mean, it was literally 3 or 4 feet in front of the batter's box, and Dodson was able to get out to first base and beat it easily for a leadoff single.
Dodson, the junior, on first base, and the first pitch is a strike. And the interesting story for Dodson is 2 years ago she was playing for CM as a freshman and a starter too on that team that went to state. But the last 2 years been with the Redbirds as she transferred to Alton High. And there she goes as she tries to steal, and she will steal the base against Harmon, the catcher, who throws down there late, and it was a little high too.
Beat it easily, and almost the batter getting in the way of that catcher a little bit, but no contact made, and the runner's on second, nobody out.
Looks like the 10th steal, too. Double figures now for Dodson. Here's a soft liner to first, caught by Lawrence, and that's going to be the first out, as on an 0-2 pitch, up and in, jammed the batter Longo, and she hits a soft liner to first.
Right at the first baseman, Lawrence, and the first out's recorded, and the runner didn't stray off too far, so there was no play at second to try to double her off.
First baseman Jordan Rohde now, and Rohde will take strike one. Rohde's got some good offensive numbers, .440 average, leading the team by a wide margin in RBIs. 23 runs batted in, and she will tap one to short. Shortstop will fire low, and it's scooped there, safe. First baseman came off the bag, and safe there. Rohde hustling, and Dodson hustling to third, still one out.
Got to credit an error to the shortstop there with that throw that pulled the first baseman a little bit off the base, and we've got runners on the corners. I was expecting to see Dodson really turn that corner sharply and maybe try to sneak home with that play on the infield.
Dan Carter, the head coach there, keeping an eye on where that ball was going. Now they're going to bunt, and they throw down to second as Rohde tries to steal. The throw tips off the glove of the second baseman, and that allows Dodson to come in and score, and the Redbirds have an early 1-0 lead.
A little bit of a delayed steal, it appeared, and the runner was probably going to get thrown out, but the player covering second base just had the ball go off her glove. No outs recorded. The runner's able to score from third.
Here's the tap back to Satterfield, the pitcher, and she'll throw to first for the out. Rohde goes over to third, and there's two down now for the number 5 hitter, Morgan Tipsword, who has done a good job of driving in runs too. 11 RBIs as she steps in.
Just one hit in the inning, but now we've got a runner on third base. There is 2 outs, but there's a lot of ways to score from third without getting a hit.
There's a ground ball to the right side. Second baseman will scoop and throw for the out, and that ends the top of the first for the Redbirds, who get a run to start in the first inning. They lead 1-0 with the CM Eagles coming up right after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Do you, Kasasa? Do you have a free checking account that pays you cash? Cash like greenbacks, cash like, I'm Johnny, cash like this. The massive interest you get just for putting your money into a free Kasasa account. Kasasa. A new word for a checking account that liberates you with no minimum balance and ATM refunds from sea to shining sea. Do you know where to get more cash? If you Kasasa, you do. Do you Kasasa?
Don't just bank. Kasasa, only available at America's finest community banking institutions.
Welcome back to the ballpark here, Bethalto Sports Complex, and Satterfield will lead things off. The pitcher for CM. Z1570 salutes today's business of the day. Waltco Tools in Wood River, your resource for any tool you could ever want or need. Waltco Tools in Wood River, our business of the day. Morgan Butler goes to the circle for Alton with a record of 9-2, and she has a 1-0 lead here in the first inning.
With the way Alton's been playing as of late against especially non-conference opponents, the lead is probably enough, but I would think that Alton coach Dan Carter is going to want to add to it. Get the official talking with the umpire here, delaying things just a little bit, but Butler has pitched well this year. She has, like we said earlier, sterling ERA, but a 9-2 record. She's been the workhorse for this Alton staff.
And the junior brings it in to the senior, Satterfield, and it's a strike. She'll be followed by Jennings, Harmon, Lawrence. Albers will bat fifth, and Turbyfill, Smith, Whaley, and Lewis to round out the batting order for Coach Mike Eddy. Coaching at third, his assistant Luke Angelo coaching at first. And 2 quick strikes now on McKenzie Satterfield here.
Swinging strike 2 as the pitcher took a little off of it, and the batter was way ahead of it.
Here's a ground ball to short. Dodson over and out to Rohde to first, and Satterfield is out number 1.
You wonder with the weather that we have with the wind, it's going to affect fly balls, but just the cold and the uncomfortableness could affect the infield play as well. And that time it was a good play by the shortstop. Dodson throwing across for the first out of the inning.
Butler brings it in for a strike to Chloe Jennings. A lot of sophomores on the CM squad, at least 4 or 5 of them. And for Alton, as we all know, it's mostly juniors, top to bottom. Here's a pitch that's low and away. Madison Bemis is a sophomore starter. And also Presley, a freshman starter, Caitlin Presley. But most of the other spots around the diamond, all juniors, class of 2014. Longo, the catcher, gives the sign to Butler, the pitcher, and it's low and away to the left-handed batter, 2-1.
The youth on both of these teams really bodes well for the future with Civic Memorial really using just 2 seniors in that starting roster.
Here's a tap foul back to the screen behind home plate. It's 2-2 now. Longo again, the catcher. It's Mayer at third, Dodson at short, Palin at second, Rohde over at first, Bemis in left, Gutierrez in center, Tipsword in right field. And again, the wind blowing out to right big time here today.
And this is a left-handed batter, Chloe Jennings. So if she could get a hold of one, she can really drive it. That pitch was way outside, so the pitcher's trying to avoid putting one on that inside half of the plate that could really be taken for a ride.
Here's a ground ball headed to short again. Georgia Dodson again. 2 up, 2 down as she throws her out.
We've had not a very good broadcast week on the Big Z as far as sports is concerned, but these 2 teams have each played twice already this week despite all the rain. Both teams playing on Wednesday, and Civic Memorial also played on Monday.
There's a ground ball to the hole at short. Dodson again. She throws out the side as she gets Chelsea Harmon. 1-2-3. Ground balls to short there in the first inning for the Eagles. We've played 1 in Bethalto. It's 1-0. Redbirds over the Eagles. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Freshman Caitlin Presley will start things off for the Alton Redbirds here against McKenzie Satterfield, the senior. Craig Ballman and Brent Berkland back on the Big Z. Our engineer, Mike Montgomery, here as we bring you Friday afternoon Riverbend softball.
Satterfield put the mask on in the circle. Did she have the mask on in the first inning?
I believe she did.
Oh, did she?
Normally does, anyway.
Okay. I know that's the option for several players on the infield. Usually it's just the pitcher, maybe a third baseman who takes advantage.
Here's the pitch, up and away for a ball. Alton at Edwardsville, postponed in softball yesterday. The makeup date is May the 8th, a rare Wednesday Southwestern Conference game now because of that. Yesterday was a makeup date, but they were rained out again. And it'll be May the 8th. Shells and Oilers both rained out today in softball. Roxana was to go to Gillespie, and East Alton Wood River was scheduled to play at Carlinville. But Carlinville and Gillespie underwater like a lot of other folks here.
You know, this field is in very good shape. I mean, this is as well as you can expect without the rain, and it is very, very playable. It's not like there's muddy spots anywhere.
Here's the pitch. Up and away, and she's run it full to 3-2 here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. She'll be followed by Butler and Palin. 6, 7, and 8 for the Redbirds here in the second inning. 1-0 in favor of Alton. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Satterfield gets the strikeout, 1 out.
First strikeout of the game for Civic Memorial Satterfield.
McKenzie will now face the Alton pitcher, Morgan Butler. Butler will take down and in, ball 1. Where's number 11, Coach Dan Carter. Coaching at third is assistant Carrie Capel. She coaches over at first. And it's 1-0 to Butler. Now it's a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Amanda Palin on deck, the second baseman for Alton, as they try to get something started with the bottom of the order here.
Butler will hit one up the middle. Second baseman has it go off of her glove. A little bit of a backhand there by Albers, and she can't come up with it. Butler hit it hard, and it was up the middle. It was going to be a tough play.
I'm giving her a base hit because I don't think she could have made a strong enough throw to get out the runner at first base. We're going to get a courtesy runner here for the pitcher, and that's number 3, Dominique Thomas.
A lone senior on the roster, and she will run it first. Thomas with the lefty, Amanda Palin stepping in. Likes to bunt, likes to slap it the other way. She fakes a bunt, takes a strike. The runner going, and out at second as Harmon guns down Thomas. The ball got there the same time as the runner. She may have slid under it, but it's an out.
To me, it looked like Thomas was going to get in there under that throw that was a little bit high, but the ball got there ahead of time, and that's what the umpire determined would be the deciding factor. The runner's out, second out of the inning.
Palin takes it low here. A lot of times, if the ball beats the runner, it's an out, and it's 1-1 now to the batter, Amanda Palin. 1-0. We're in the second inning. Redbirds lead the Eagles. Outside to Palin now, it's 2-1.
How an inning can quickly change. Instead of a runner being on second base with just 1 out, now there's 2 outs and nobody on, and could be a 1-2-3 inning for Satterfield.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a shot past the shortstop into left field. May have deflected off of her glove, and it goes into left field for a nice hit by Palin the other way.
Second hit of the inning, and Alton still maybe trying to manufacture something here with 2 outs, and Palin's on it first with Gutierrez coming to bat.
She is the number 9 hitter, the Alton center fielder, and she taps one foul, third base line, strike 1.
Both of these teams playing on Wednesday, got a game in despite all the rain this week, and both teams scored double-digit victories. Alton with a 20-0 victory over Cahokia, and it was Civic Memorial defeating Mascoutah 12-2.
Of course, CM playing Monday and Wednesday. Those are Valley games, conference games, and that means Monday will be another one. It'll be at Jerseyville, while we will be here bringing you the baseball game live on the Big Z, 4:15 for Jerseyville and CM baseball. MVC action as this one rises high. She wasted one. It's 1-2.
Alton is scheduled to play tomorrow versus Southwestern.
Satterfield looks in, gets the sign. Gutierrez takes up and away for a ball. 2-2 now, and Satterfield and Harmon going to talk it over here, pitcher and catcher. And again, I don't want to say it's the third string catcher, but the other two catchers are injured right now. Kelsey Deaton with a concussion. She is a sophomore. The other catcher, a sophomore, Madison Hall, hit on the elbow with a hit by pitch and little sore elbow, expected to be back Monday against Jerseyville. And a hit by pitch here as it hits her in the foot. She hobbles down to first. That doesn't feel good.
It may have bounced, but it doesn't matter if you're in the batter's box and you're not swinging at the ball. If it bounces, it's still a hit batter. And 2 runners on now with 2 outs. And boy, that out stealing really might come back to haunt Alton, as they had an opportunity to put up some runs this inning. And so far, no one across the plate and 2 outs.
But they have the right hitter up now, the top of the order, Dodson. 10 RBIs from that leadoff spot, and she will take a strike. It's 0-1.
She's got a single, one of 2 hits in the game, actually 3 hits in the game, and she, of course, did come around to score the only run of the game.
Alton leading CM. Here's a strike on the inside corner to Dodson, and it's 0-2 now. She's in the hole. After the game, we announce our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game.
If Georgia Dodson can come through here, she's going to be in consideration.
There's a ground ball sharply hit to short, and Whaley will throw her out at first. And it was a close play, but out at first, and that will end the second inning. Middle of the second inning now in Bethalto, and we still have a 1-0 ball game. Redbirds lead the Eagles. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's go places. Not just the ones you can find on a map, but the ones you can find in your heart. Because inspiration doesn't favor those who sit still. It dances with the daring and rewards the courageous with ideas. Ideas that inspire. Ideas that take you places you never imagined. Ideas big enough to make the heart skip a beat. And in some cases, maybe 2. Toyota, let's go places.
Craig Bowman and Brent Berkland back in Bethalto, and Z1570 salutes today's business of the day, Waltco Tools in Wood River, your resource for any tool you could ever want or need. Waltco Tools in Wood River, our business of the day. First pitch swinging was the cleanup hitter, Jalen Lawrence. Lawrence hits one sharply to second, rolls up the arm of Palin at second base, so safe at first to start the bottom of the second inning here. The Eagles trying to get something going. Here's a bunt, and Butler will throw to first. Rohde stays to cover, and the play goes 1-3 on the sacrifice bunt there by the number 5 hitter, Albers. Now it's Turbyfill, number 24, to the dish.
Lawrence stands on second base, even though she hit that ball off the glove of the second baseman, Palin still had an opportunity to throw her out at first if she could have recovered the ball quickly, but Lawrence was able to beat it out. Now she stands on second.
In the bottom of the second inning, CM, the home team, as they try to tie it up here at 1-1. Butler to Turbyfill, swing and a miss. Change of pace there, and a dip low and away.
Lawrence is the first base runner in this game for Civic Memorial, tying run on its second.
1 on, 1 out. And Butler brings it in. Foul ball back to the padded wall, concrete wall here behind home plate. Butler gets the ball back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Turbyville hitting .313 on base percentage, a .214 slugging percentage, a .214 batting average on the year.
Ground ball to Dodson, the throw to third, and they tag her out there as the runner was coming right in front of the shortstop and Lawrence. And Dodson didn't really nearly collide, but it was close, and then Dodson with a little flip to third, 2 out.
Usually the rule of thumb when you're on second base, if the ball is hit in front of you, either to the shortstop or third baseman, you don't run on contact.
T.J. Smith, the lefty, rips one into right field. That's a base hit, and they'll stop the runner at third, Turbyville, and it's going to be second and third as T.J. Smith got one down and in, and she golfed it into the alley there for a double.
Went sailing right over the head of the second baseman and all the way near the fence in right field. Unfortunately, the runner on first was not able to come around to score, so runners in scoring position, but there is 1 out here. And the bottom of the order up for Civic Memorial.
Ball 1 to Shelby Whaley, the freshman. Number 22, the 8th hitter for the Eagles. Here's a foul ball back behind home plate.
Butler really needs to bear down if she wants to get out of this inning. She's got to realize that it is the number 8 and 9 place batters coming up. And she can retire them. She's done it all season long. Can't get rattled here.
There's a line drive, and off the glove of Dodson, into the outfield it goes. 1 run in, the Eagles will get 2 on a line drive, throw to first, and safe back at first as Whaley comes through with a 2-run hit.
And just like that, CM takes the lead. Bottom of the order coming through. Whaley will stay on first base on that hard hit ball that maybe was catchable by Dodson, just went off the tip of her glove.
And probably dancing a little bit in the wind, kind of a crosswind. Across the pitcher's circle in the catching area too, and the infield as well, but still blowing out to right. Big time here, and now the Eagles with a lead, just like that, 2-1 over the Redbirds. Here's a tap foul at home plate. So the infield gets ready again as Alton trails now for the first time today. And we're in the second inning as number 9 hitter, Emma Lewis, is at the plate, taking up and away. And the ball gets away from the catcher, up and away, and in and out of the mid of Longo, and that will send the runner to second base.
Got far enough away from the catcher that the runner on first was able to take advantage. She wasn't going on the pitch, but as soon as she see it get about 4 or 5 feet away from the catcher, she was off.
Swing and a miss. That one dancing toward home plate as Butler had some movement on that one. It's 2-2.
2 runners in, now another runner in scoring position. CM has taken the lead on Alton here in the second inning.
The pitch. Change up there. It bounced in front of home plate, or right at home plate. It's ball 3.
Catcher had to make a good play that time to keep it in front of her and keep the runner from going to third.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field, and that'll score a run. Around third coming in to score is Whaley, who just drove in 2. And now Lewis drives in a run. It's 3-1 Eagles.
The number 6, 7, and 8 batters in the lineup have come around to score here in the bottom of the second inning after Civic Memorial's top of the order was retired 1, 2, 3. But the key stat is that everybody's been getting the bat on the ball. No strikeouts in this game. Everybody's put the ball in play.
This one is low to Satterfield in a 3-1 ball game now. Satterfield, top of the order here at the dish now, but you said it, bottom of the order coming through. Smith, Whaley, and Lewis, all 3 of them. Here's a 2-hopper to Georgia Dodson at short. She'll throw over to first, and that will finally end the inning, but not before the Eagles get 3 runs, and they take the lead over Alton now, 3-1 after 2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Timeout. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage? Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062. Hey, where do you want this ladder? Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
With Greg Ballman, Brent Kirkland back here. CM in the wind. Cold, cloudy, windy day as the clouds take over again. At least out here off of 255 at the Bethalto Sports Complex. A little windy, eh, Craig?
It is
mercy.
Right during the commercial break, the wind had died down, and then as soon as we come back, it's blowing again.
There's a base hit that skips by the center fielder. Longo will hold on at first base, though. Haley hit that one hard. A single into center to start our third inning. The Eagles lead 3-1 over the Redbirds.
Dodson led off the game with a single. She would come around to score the game's first run. Alton had some runners on in that second inning, but Dodson couldn't come through, and now Longo starts the third with a single.
Swing and a miss. Thought it was a foul ball, but I guess that was just off the catcher's mitt instead. So on to second base goes Longo on that pitch low and away.
I don't know if you give a wild pitch to the pitcher or a pass ball to the catcher, but Longo's able to get to second base. She's got that good speed, so she is a threat to score on a single.
And the pitch sails outside for a ball, and it's now 1-1, and Rohde has a chance for an RBI now to make it a one-run game. Rohde again, the leading RBI hitter for the Redbirds at 23 ribbies. Longo at second, and there's a pitch that's a pass ball off the catcher's mitt, and over to third goes Longo now.
That was definitely a catchable ball just off the mitt of what we say the third string catcher for Civic Memorial, getting a baptism of fire here, pressed into action against a very good Alton team.
Pitch to Rohde, swing and a miss, and a big strikeout for Satterfield, and a runner at third now with one out.
Swing and a miss that time. Maybe just got a bit of it, and that time the catcher was able to hold on what I believe the umpire did rule as a foul tip caught by the catcher.
Alina Mayer to the dish as she tries to drive in her 11th run of the season. 333 coming into today. Alina, the cleanup hitter, number 4 hitter.
That called strike there bounced out of the glove of the catcher. I would consider maybe switching gloves. It looks like that ball's been popping out a lot.
Satterfield brings it in, ground ball to short, and the shortstop with a bobble. The throw to first, safe, and the run comes home. The run was going to score anyway, so that's an RBI, but on top of it, Mayer is safe at first, and the Redbirds make it 3-2.
That's an error on the shortstop. Very playable for Whaley, but didn't catch it cleanly, and the throw just a little bit late at first base.
And so, Tipsword now to the plate. Morgan, the number 5 hitter, the right fielder for Alton. Morgan Tipsword with a home run and 11 RBIs as she digs in from the right side.
Alton's got one of those runs back. They're within one.
Ground ball to the first baseman, Lorance. She'll step on the bag and hold the ball as Mayer goes to second with 2 down.
Sharply hit to the first baseman, and she was able to step on easily after fielding that ground ball right down the line.
That was an interesting shot as our vantage point is right down the first base line. The first bounce was in foul territory. Then it went over into fair territory. You still see the mark there where it hit foul on the first hop, but then the next 2 hops in fair territory to first.
That's how far off the end of the bat it went. I mean, for her to have that ball probably 2 steps into fair territory down the line.
This one is tapped right off of home plate, and it's foul, as Presley will come back to the dish at 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner at second. Representing the tying run is Mayer with 2 down, 3rd inning.
A lot of times you see batters foul a ball off like that and not dig out of the batter's box, and the catcher, if it lets the ball roll into fair territory, tag him out. That time the batter was quick to get out of the box, so they quickly grabbed it in foul territory.
This one is low and away to Presley, who wears number 4 for Alton High.
Struck out last time up.
For the Eagles, Lewis in left, Jennings in center, Smith in right, Turbyfill at third, Whaley at short, Albers at second, and Lawrence at first base. And strike 3 called, and that ends the inning. The Redbirds get a run, and CM's lead is now 3-2 in the middle of the 3rd inning. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Do you, Casasa? Do you have a free checking account that pays you cash? Cash like greenbacks, cash like, I'm Johnny, cash like this. The massive interest you get just for putting your money into a free Casasa account. Casasa. A new word for a checking account that liberates you with no minimum balance and ATM refunds from sea to shining sea. Do you know where to get more cash? If you Casasa, you do. Do you, Casasa?
Don't just bank. Casasa, only available at America's finest community banking institutions.
Riverbend girls softball here on Z1570 today. The purple against the red. It's the Eagles and the Redbirds, and in the middle of the 3rd inning, we have a 3-2 game. First pitch swinging. Jennings will ground out to the second baseman, Palin. The Alton second baseman throws her out at first, 1 down.
Civic Memorial continues to put the ball in play, and when you've got conditions like it is right now with the wind, if you put that ball in play, you've got a chance of reaching base even if it's at one of the fielders. That time, second baseman made a good play.
Ground ball to short. Georgia Dodson will throw to first, and that's 2 pitches, 2 outs as Harmon grounds out to the left side.
CM was retired 1-2-3 in the 1st inning with 3 straight ground balls to the shortstop. 2 pitches, 2 outs here. You got to be taken, right?
I was going to say 3 pitches, 3 outs. Jalen Lawrence, the cleanup hitter. Lawrence will take one that bounces in. Butler throwing that one low and away, and it is ball 1 from Butler, the Alton pitcher. Lawrence digs back in from the right side.
Reached on an error first time, retired on the bases on that play at third base.
And here's a strike called. Z1570 salutes today's business of the day. Waltco Tools in Wood River, your resource for any tool you could ever want or need. Waltco Tools, our business of the day, as this one sails high for a ball.
Jalen Lawrence has 11 RBI on the season. No RBI opportunity here, but she's among the leaders, one of 4 double-digit RBI producers for CM. That's why she's batting right in the middle of the order.
Been hitting 3rd for the last couple of weeks, and now she drops into the number 4 spot, and the 3-1 pitch is a strike around the knees. It's 3-2 now.
Butler needed that one, and she got it right at the bottom of the strike zone, and it was called strike 2.
Payoff pitch, 3-2, swinging a ground ball to the right side. Palin will scoop and throw, and the second baseman for the Redbirds makes the play to end the 3rd inning. We've played 3 in Bethalto. It's 3-2, CM leading Alton. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Welcome back to Bethalto. Live coverage of Riverbend girls softball today. Craig Ballman and Brent Birkland back with you here as we go to the fourth now. Fourth inning, 3-2. The Eagles on top of the Redbirds, and Alton will start with the pitcher, Morgan Butler here. 7, 8, 9 in the order against McKenzie Satterfield of CM.
Butler singled, and her courtesy runner was thrown out stealing last time up.
See what Butler does here at 1-2. Foul ball, and she stays alive.
Defensive swing that time as she just barely got a piece of it. Count remains 1-2.
13-2 the record for the Redbirds. And here's a drop third strike, it looks like, and they throw to first for the out, and Butler is finished out number 1 in the fourth.
She watched an off-speed pitch come in, and again the catcher had a difficult time holding on and had to throw on to first to retire her.
Number 8 hitter, Amanda Palin, the second baseman. She will take a strike.
She also singled her last time up and was stranded on second in that second inning.
Swinging a ground ball to second. Second baseman will hit it to the second baseman, and Albers will throw out Palin, 2 down.
That was a quick played top half, or bottom half of the third inning, and this top half of the fourth is going by quickly with 2 quick outs.
The bottom of the order up there. Here's number 9 hitter, Kayla Gutierrez. The pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball to short. Whaley gets a nice hop, and she throws to first for the out, and that is quickly the end of the Alton fourth inning. The bottom of the order going down 1, 2, 3. The Eagles still lead the Redbirds 3-2 in the fourth. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's go places. Not just the ones you can find on a map, but the ones you can find in your heart. Because inspiration doesn't favor those who sit still. It dances with the daring and rewards the courageous with ideas. Ideas that inspire. Ideas that take you places you never imagined. Ideas big enough to make the heart skip a beat. And in some cases, maybe 2. Toyota, let's go places.
In the top of the fourth inning, the Redbirds had the bottom of the order up there, went down 1, 2, 3. Now in the bottom of the fourth inning, the Eagles have the bottom of the batting order up there, and it's a 3-2 ball game. The Eagles with the lead. Here's a slap into left field, and that's a base hit to start the Eagles' fourth inning with nobody out.
Cassie Albers with the leadoff single. She'll be on first base, and that brings in Turbyfield.
Number 6 hitter and third baseman, Turbyfield up there. Then Smith, Whaley to the bottom of the order, but the bottom of the order did the damage last time around. Here's a bunt attempt, and she missed it, strike 1.
Maybe got a piece of it. The catcher was able to hold on, so it acts just like a non-contact strike.
The Eagles with their big inning in the second inning when they scored 3. She bunts through another one up and away for a strike. 3 runs in the second inning gave CM a 3-1 lead. They lead right now 3-2 over Alton as we get a little more sunshine again.
First two pitches, Turbyfield tried to bunt. Let's see what she does here now, 0-2.
Going to try again and bunts it. It's going to spin on the chalk and foul ball as it got far enough away from the chalk for a foul, and that's a good play by Mayer. She waited.
It was spinning right on the chalk. As soon as there was a little bit of daylight between the chalk and the dirt in foul territory, she grabbed it, and the batter is retired via strikeout.
Well, it's a quick play, jumping on it at third base by Mayer, and Longo, the catcher, was right there too. That's one out. And that'll bring in T.J. Smith. Low and away, trying to get the corner there, but it's ball one.
This is one of the left-handed batters in the CM lineup. Maybe could take advantage of that wind blowing out to right.
Right fielder Tipsword with the shades on now, looking right into the sun. This one bounces in for a ball. The first baseman, second baseman, also looking up into the sun that is setting here on this Friday afternoon. Here's a strike, and it's 2-1 now to Smith.
This wind is drying out fields all around the Riverbend area. Much needed wind and sunshine to try to get the fields ready for tomorrow.
And it will be sunny all weekend. Here's another strike at the knees, outside edge. And Saturday and Sunday, sunny and little by little warming back up.
But more rain on Tuesday, maybe.
That's right. It's in the forecast again. Ball three, and it's a 3-2 count now to the lefty here with one on, one out, fourth inning. Butler looks in. Longo gives the sign. Swinging a ground ball. It's a base hit. Rolling into left field is the shortstop Dodson coming over to cover the bag. Maybe a hit and run there, and it goes into left for a hit.
It didn't appear that the runner was off with the pitch, but the shortstop was moving out of her position, and it was right through that hole where the hit was applied by Smith. And now there's two runners on with just one out here in the fourth inning.
And here is the freshman shortstop, Whaley. And Whaley will single into left center field, and she's having a big day. That's a base hit. A runner around third to score. It's 4-2 as Whaley drives in another.
Whaley had 2 RBIs earlier in this game, and she gets her third one here. She drives in Albers from second base. The runner on first, Smith, was only able to advance to second, so the runner's on first and second.
Whaley came into the game with 1 RBI, hitting .260. She now has 4 RBIs, 3 today. And here's Emma Lewis, who had 4 RBIs coming in on the year, and she has run batted in as well.
Bottom of the order doing damage for the Civic Memorial team, and they've taken a 2-run lead. And they've still got runners on base.
Matching their largest lead, they led 3-1, now 4-2. And here is Lewis, the left fielder. Butler looks in, brings in a strike on the outside corner. 2 on, still 1 out. Top of the order, waiting on deck.
That strikeout earlier this inning was the only time in this game that Alton retired a CM batter without them putting the ball in play.
Here's a pop to short. Dodson will take that one as that was way in on the hands of Lewis, and she pops out to the shortstop, Dodson.
I didn't hear an infield fly rule called, but that would have qualified, and the out is retired.
And here is McKenzie Satterfield with a chance to do some big damage with 2 outs. Here is a foul ball. She has a home run. It was a grand slam against Carrollton. And batting .500 coming into the day. 24 out of 48 to start the day.
But she's grounded out to Dodson twice in this game.
Here's a changeup high for a ball, and it's 1-1. So now give her 50 official at-bats, 24 out of 50. Here's the next, swinging a ground ball to Dodson at short again, and Georgia throws low, but Jordan Rohde with a scoop out at first base. Dodson to Rohde, and that will end the 4th inning. And the Eagles get a run. They lead 4-2 now as we go to the 5th after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Let's go places. Not just the ones you can find on a map.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Timeout. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage? Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062. Hey, where do you want this ladder? Oh, come on, coach.
Back in Bethalto, 4-2. The Eagles lead the Redbirds now as we go to the 5th. We've played 4 innings here at the Sports Complex in Bethalto. Z1570 salutes today's business of the day, Waltco Tools in Wood River, your resource for any tool you could ever want or need. Alton trailing 4-2 as we go to inning number 5, and it is 5 o'clock on this Friday. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton. And for the Alton Redbirds, they're going to start with the top of the order here, Craig.
Alton's need some runs if they want to lose their first non-conference game of the year. Their 2 losses on the season have both come to Southwestern Conference teams, O'Fallon and, Belleville East earlier this week. So I don't know how much they've trailed against non-conference teams, but with their undefeated mark with double-digit victories, I can't believe that it's been too many times they found themselves down to a non-conference opponent.
And they'll play another one tomorrow. Alton at Southwestern. Alton baseball at Southwestern, but those games have both been moved to Alton with the field conditions in Piasaw and in Brighton. So softball and baseball will both be hosted by the Redbirds tomorrow against the Piasaw Birds. And we'll have the 10 o'clock game for you tomorrow morning from Alton High School. Alton and Southwestern in softball tomorrow morning.
First pitch to Dodson was behind her.
This one off the glove of the pitcher to the shortstop. Throw to first, out there. Bang, bang play. Dodson out at first.
1-6-3 off the glove of Satterfield, and then fielded by Whaley, and she throws across to Lawrence to just get Dodson at first base.
That'll bring in the number 2 hitter, Haley Longo. And Longo will take a strike on the outer edge at the belt, outside corner. Redbirds trying to get going here in the 5th inning, down 4-2. Longo, like she was hit by a pitch, I believe. Yep. A little tip there. You heard it tip twice, and it was her left shin, the front left leg there that was hit.
The umpire asked the batter, did you get hit? And she said she did.
And she did.
Why? I think I would say yes, too. But I think it was definitely the right call. She was hit right, just brushed a little bit on her lower leg.
That's the way you want to be hit by a pitch today in the cold, windy weather.
Just glancing blow.
Just barely. Got nothing but the uniform, really.
Rohde's got a chance driving another run. Got to run a run.
Rohde will take it down and in. The pitch gets away. Pass ball will send Longo to second base with 1 out.
Another instance where the Civic Memorial catcher, Harmon, just can't hold on to that ball. Pitch that in there for right around the strike zone, but couldn't be handled.
Down and in here. It's 200 down the lines here, left and right. Also 200 to dead center field at the ballpark, the softball diamond here in Bethalto. CM and Alton High today. Eagles lead the Redbirds in the 5th inning. Down and in again.
Tough pitch to take. Ball 3. Haven't seen a walk in this game, but we might get one here if Satterfield can't find the strike zone.
Rohde looking to connect, maybe to tie the game. Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball up the middle, base hit, into center field it goes. Longo will come home to score on the RBI, number 24 for Jordan Rohde, RBI-wise, and it's 4-3.
Sharply hit ball right up the middle. Second time she's reached base in that game. She's reached on an error back in the first inning and then struck out last time up, but this time drives in a run. That's what she needs to do from that third place in the batting order. Now she's on first with one out.
One out, one on, one in. This one off the glove of the pitcher, and everybody's going to be safe as the second baseman, Albers, had a little bobble too, but I don't know if she would have had a play as it got a lot of the glove of Satterfield there. It's 2 on now.
Satterfield really slowed that ball down. Second baseman was going towards the hole and had to retreat back towards her position. And when she couldn't really field it with a bare hand or make that quick transition, the batter was able to reach first.
Tipsword will foul one back, the number 5 hitter for the Redbirds, as Alton tries to come from behind here in the 5th inning. It's a 4-3 game now. CM's lead is 1 again.
Alton took that 1-0 lead early. They've been able to get back to a 1-run deficit, but they've never evened the score.
Ground ball down the line, and it's a fair ball over the bag at first, and Rohde's going to come in to tie the game, and it's going to be 4-4 as that one was right down the first base line, and it's 2 on and 1 out still for the Redbirds, who have tied the game.
Home plate umpire made that call quickly as he indicated fair ball as it went over the base, and just barely fair down the line on a cue shot, drives in the run that ties the game at 4.
Tipsword with an RBI. She'll get her 12th run batted in. And the Redbirds trying to do some damage and keep it up here in the middle of the order. And the left fielder, Madison Bemis, will bat for herself now in the number 6 spot. And she wears number 6, and she will try to bunt. And she will bunt through it. And missed it. Tipsword will walk to second base, though, as it popped away from the catcher. Second and third now for the Redbirds.
Bemis was the flex player with Presley batting for her the first 2 times up. Presley struck out both times, and now Bemis was bunting on that first pitch. Let's see what she does here with the runners on second and third now.
Swing and a miss. Big cut there by Bemis. 4 RBIs on the year as she tries to break the tie. 4-4 tie. First time we've been tied in the game. 4-4 score in the 5th inning. This one's down in the dirt. Check swing, but ball 1.
Harmon did a good job keeping that ball in front of her this time. Catcher asked to see if the batter went around. Umpire standing behind third and short said no.
Here we go with another one to Bemis. Swing and a miss. Up and in a little bit, rising toward the batter. Strike 3.
Bemis just got a bit of it. Catcher was able to hold on for the second out of the inning. Third time in the batting order, the number 6 place hitter. First 2 times Presley, now Bemis striking out.
And that will bring in Butler with 5 RBIs on the year, and she sends one into right center field, and that's in the gap, and will score 2 for the Redbirds. Butler held to a single as the outfielders got to it quickly, but the Redbirds get 2 more.
I'm sure she's happy to have a long single that drives in 2 runs, and it's a 4-run inning for Alton, and they've taken the 2-run lead.
4-run 5th inning for the Redbirds, who came into this inning down 4-2. Now they lead 6-4.
And Dominique Thomas is on to run again for Butler. Second time this game, she's the courtesy runner.
Palin will take a strike, and it's 0-1. 6-4 game now. The Redbirds with the lead. Again, their largest lead of the game.
Last time Thomas ran for Butler, she was out trying to steal second. Let's see if Coach Carter wants to get her down to second here. 2 outs.
Here's another strike. It's 0-2. Palin from the left side.
She's got a hit in this game. She's 1 for 2.
Satterfield, long look in. Harmon gives the sign. Strike 3 called, and that's the end of the inning. But the Redbirds have a big inning. 4 runs in the 5th, and in the middle of the 5th inning now, the Redbirds up by 2. Each team has had 2-run leads in the game. Now it's Alton's turn. 6-4, they lead CM. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Do you, Casasa? Do you have a free checking account that pays you cash? Cash like greenbacks, cash like, I'm Johnny, cash like this. The massive interest you get just for putting your money into a free Casasa account. Casasa. A new word for a checking account that liberates you with no minimum balance and ATM refunds from sea to shining sea. Do you know where to get more cash? If you Casasa, you do. Do you Casasa?
Don't just bank. Casasa, only available at America's finest community banking institutions.
CM Eagles coming back to the plate here as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Craig Ballman, Brent Birkeland back here. Now the Redbirds with a big inning, 4-run 5th, and now the bottom of the 5th, and the Redbirds lead the Eagles 6-4 on the scoreboard.
CM's got 2, 3, and 4 coming up, so if they want to get back in this is their chance.
Chloe Jennings will take low and away, and she'll be followed by Harmon and Lawrence against Butler, who untied the game. It was 4-4 with 2 outs, but a big 2-out, 2-run single by Butler. And here, Jennings swinging over the top of strike 2.
In the hole, 1 and 2. She grounded out to the shortstop, grounded out to second baseman. First 2 times up.
Here's the next. Swing and a tap foul, third base side. Mayer at third, Dodson at short, Palin at second, Rohde at first. Longo the catcher, Butler in the circle. It's Bemis in left, Gutierrez in center, and Tipsword in right field.
Left-handed batting, Jennings that time digging out of the batter's box after she tapped that ball down the third base line. She was off to first, and she had to be waved back to be told it was a foul ball.
And low and away here, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. After the game again, our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. Coming up in just a little while. Here's a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit to start the 5th inning. Jennings on at first base.
She made contact first 2 times up, couldn't get it through the infield. This time grounds it right past Butler's position at the circle, at the pitcher slot, and the ball goes cleanly up through the middle for the leadoff single.
Chelsea Harmon, the number 3 hitter now. Fakes a bunt, takes a ball. Z1570 salutes today's business of the day. Waldco Tools in Wood River, your resource for any tool you could ever want or need. Waldco Tools in Wood River, our business of the day today. Here's the pitch, and a bunt foul up in her eyes there, and fouled it back.
Even though this is the 5th inning, you got to believe that with the heart of the order coming up and a 2-run deficit and the leading batter reaching base, this is CM's best opportunity to tie it or take the lead.
Here's a bunt foul once again by Harmon, hitting .450 on the year with 12 RBIs. Again, we've said it throughout the game, the bottom of the batting order has done a lot of damage for the Eagles today.
Top of the order has made a lot of contact, but they just haven't been able to reach base until Jennings led off this inning with a single. That's the first hit for anyone in the top 5 or 4 batters in the lineup.
There's strike 3 called, and Harmon is out number 1. That'll bring in Jalen Lawrence now with 1 on, 1 out.
Just the second strikeout of the game for Butler. She got Turbyfield last inning, and now she retires Harmon, looking here in the 5th for the first out.
Here's the next. Lawrence will take a strike. It's 0-1.
Reached on an error in the second inning. Grounded out to the second baseman in the third inning.
And Butler rocks and fires, and it is low and away. A wild pitch that bounces away from the catcher. Runner to second base with 1 out.
Ball came up, bounced off the mask of Longo, and the runner, Jennings, able to take second easily with no throw.
And Butler gets ready to bring another to Lawrence. 1-1 delivery, tapped foul back to the wall behind home plate.
Folks here in Bethalto did a good job getting this field in shape to play, and it is in very, very good condition, despite all the rain we've had in recent days.
Up and away for a ball.
And not only did they get this softball field ready, but they've got another softball field where they're playing a JV game, and they've got a soccer match going on at the complex.
Athletic Director Steve Carey, busy guy, as always. Here's Butler's pitch, swinging a ground ball back to Butler in the circle. Throw to first for the out, and that is 2 down in the inning.
That was hit sharply enough where Butler was able to turn around, freeze that runner on second base to make sure she retreated and not just held her position, and then Butler was able to throw on to first. The runner had to hold her spot at second base.
Now Cassie Albers has a chance here. Drive in a run with 2 outs. It's strike 1 called.
Big run on at second base for CM if they want to pull within a run of Alton here. They got that leadoff runner on.
6-4 score. Here's a ground ball to the right side. Palin will throw to first. Safe there. Safe is the call. It's first and third with 2 down.
A lot of these throws we've been seeing coming over towards Rohde. Rohde's had to dig out of the dirt, and that time the throw was low and the runner beats it. Runners on the corners.
And that'll bring in Turbyfill, the third baseman. Kalen Turbyfill with 2 on, 2 out in a 2-run game, bottom of the 5th.
Turbyfill has scored a run in this game. She's also struck out. She scored the first run for the Eagles back in the second inning.
Back in that 3-run second inning. It gave them a 3-1 lead.
Swings over the first pitch from Butler here. 2-out situation, big drama for both the offensive team and the team in the field.
This one is outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Runners at first and third for the Eagles.
Longo tried her best to frame that pitch and was just a little bit out of the strike zone. Counts even.
And Butler brings it in. Ground ball in the hole at short. Dodson has trouble getting it out of her glove, but gets it there in time. The shortstop with a nice play in the hole to her right, and that will end the inning. The Eagles leave 2, and it's still a 2-run lead for Alton. The Redbirds 6, the Eagles 4. As we go to the 6th in a moment, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
With Craig Ballman, Brent Birkland back here in Bethalto at the Sports Complex. It's Riverbend girls softball today. Redbirds 6, Eagles 4, as we go to the 6th inning here on this sunny, windy, cold, or cool Friday afternoon. There's a shot into left. That's a base hit for the number 9 hitter. Kayla Gutierrez rips one into left field.
First hit of the game for Gutierrez, second time she's reached base. She was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Now she leads off the sixth with a single. Alton trying to build off their 4-run fifth inning as they get the leadoff batter on here in the sixth.
Sixth inning underway. Satterfield brings it in, and it's a strike called to the leadoff hitter, Georgia Dodson here.
Dodson scored the game's first run, but she's been retired the last two times. I bet you she hasn't gone 3 at-bats without getting on base much this season.
There's a ground ball to third, off the third baseman's glove, and that's going to be everybody safe. Still nobody out as the Eagles continue to bobble things around the infield, and that's been a problem for Coach Mike Eddy's team all year long.
Error on the third baseman, Turbyfield that time, and it allows Dodson to reach base. First two have reached, and now we've got Longo coming up. She scored twice in this game. See if they put a play on here.
Longo going to bunts it foul, and that will be strike one. Well, Rohde with an RBI today. Mayer has driven in 1. Tipsword with an RBI. Butler has 2 runs batted in.
Yeah, that 2-run single by Butler, the big at-bat in that fifth inning. Now they've got the right players coming up here with 2 on, nobody out in the sixth.
It's Longo, Rohde, and Mayer here. Heart of the order. Longo not bunting this time. Fouled it to head coach Dan Carter down at third. I think we're looking at 25 years coaching experience for these two. 14 for Carter, 11 years for Coach Eddy. There's a deep drive to right. Right fielder coming in, and it sails overhead, and the Redbirds will take off. Here comes a run in. Stopping at second is Longo as she shoots one deep into right. It's 7-4.
First time in this game we've seen the wind maybe carry the ball a little bit farther than we expected, as the batter Longo that time got it up out in the wind in right field, and it sailed over the right fielder's head, Smith, and as a result, she's standing on second base. 1 run is in, and Rohde's got a chance for a couple more ribbies.
Rohde digs in. Jordan gets ready and takes ball 1 that bounces in. Well, not only the wind, but the sun out there, and you could see the first step was in for the right fielder. And sometimes that's trouble, especially when you've got this kind of wind behind you, sailing, whipping out to right field. Rohde is driven in, RBI number 24 on the season today.
Mike Eddy's going to talk with his pitcher.
Time called and a slow walk to the circle to discuss things with McKenzie Satterfield. The infield, the catcher, everybody meeting there. And Coach Dan Carter will talk to his Redbirds here too. Z1570 salutes today's business of the day. Waltco Tools in Wood River, your resource for any tool you could ever want or need. Waltco Tools. 7-4, Alton with a lead, and when they got down 4-2, they have come alive in the last 2 innings, the 5th and now the 6th innings.
Now Coach Eddy is talking with the home plate umpire. I don't know if maybe that Satterfield maybe has an injury problem that the coach is keeping an eye on, and maybe they wanted to say that this trip to the mound did not count as a trip if it was an injury problem. And they are going to make a change.
Yeah, it looks like the pitcher is going to be T.J. Smith, as we will have a pitching change here. And the lefty will come in. Satterfield will go out to center field, and we'll tell you about the changes more in a moment. But a pitching change here in the 6th, with Alton leading CM 7-4. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's go places. Not just the ones you can find on a map, but the ones you can find in your heart. Because inspiration doesn't favor those who sit still. It dances with the daring and rewards the courageous with ideas. Ideas that inspire. Ideas that take you places you never imagined. Ideas big enough to make the heart skip a beat. And in some cases, maybe two. Toyota, let's go places.
New pitcher is lefty TJ Smith, a sophomore wearing number 3, comes in from right field and throws a strike to Rohde here. It looks like it's 2-2 now. Satterfield goes out to center field, and she was being hit pretty hard by the Redbirds the last couple of innings, but also the athletic trainer, Erin Season, out as she was pointing to her shoulder. Here's a wild pitch, and Dodson will score as she touches home plate. And the Redbirds have another, and it's 8-4 now in favor of Alton as that one goes back to the screen.
Well, that's a tough way to start for Smith. First batter she faces and throws it past the catcher, and another run in for Alton. They lead by 4. Biggest lead of the game for either team.
8-4 now. Here's a tap to third by Rohde. Turbyfield will throw to first. Now the runner trying to score, and the tag is good. Out. Longo says she wasn't tagged at first, but the home plate umpire says yes, the swipe tag was good, and it is a double play.
That's a unique double play there where the third baseman throws across the diamond, and then the runner from third tries to sneak in. It was a bang-bang play at home plate, and they just get Longo sliding in. Catcher almost mishandled the ball, so she tried to grab at the sliding runner, but the runner had already been ruled out.
Here's a ground ball to second and over to first for the third out, and that's the end of the Redbirds' 6th inning, but they tack on 2 more, and they now lead 8-4 over the Eagles in the middle of the 6th. Back in Bethalto in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Timeout! Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage? Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062. Hey, where do you want this ladder? Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
Pushing a run across in the top of this inning and also chasing Satterfield. TJ Smith, who replaced her in the circle, leads off here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Bottom 3 in the order. Smith, Whaley, and Lewis. Ball low and away. Longo the catcher, Butler the pitcher for Alton. They now lead it 8-4.
Smith has had a good day at the plate. Doubled and scored back in the 2nd inning. Singled and was left at second back in the 4th.
Here's a line drive base hit into right center field. Tipsword will have to go to the fence as Smith has a stand-up double to start the bottom of the 6th inning.
2 doubles in the game for Smith, and now leading off with her team down by 4, she does what she can do to get a rally started for the Eagles.
8-4 in favor of the Redbirds. They're looking for some outs. They need 6 outs to win the game as we're in the bottom of the 6th. And here's a strike to Whaley, the shortstop. She's had a good day.
2 for 2 for Whaley. Scored a run. Driven in 3.
3 RBIs. And pops one up. And it's trapped by the second baseman. Throw to first, in and out of the glove of Rohde. And that's going to be 2 on, nobody out. They don't get an out.
The batter reaches first base, but the runner is unable to advance to third. That ball was so close to being caught by the second baseman that the runner had to hold at second, and then when the throw was dropped by the first baseman, she had to hold at second, couldn't advance. Very rare you see that.
Butler brings it in, swing and a miss by Emma Lewis, the number 9 hitter who has an RBI too.
First two are on, and you would think that the bottom of the order is probably not your best chance to score some runs, but for today, CM has had the bottom of the order do a lot of damage.
The Eagles led 3-1 and 4-2, but right now, 6 unanswered runs for Alton. They lead 8-4 as the wind picks up again, gusting out toward right field.
Time's running out too. This is the 6th inning. Got to take advantage now if you're the Eagles. Got 2 runners on.
Ball 2 low from Butler. Lewis will be followed by Satterfield, the top of the order.
Coach Eddie hasn't started the runners much. Let's see if he maybe gets them going on the base pass.
The pitch. It's down and in. A wild pitch in the dirt will send the runners up to second and third. Nobody out.
That ball bounced back to the catcher. Longo tried to short hop it, couldn't grab it cleanly. Went off with a heel of her glove. Bounced back to the backstop, and the runners advance.
Here's the next. And it is up and away, and ball 4 will load the bases for Satterfield. She represents the tying run, and she already has a grand slam this year.
First walk of the game, and after doing a couple of softball games on the radio this season, I think that's the first walk I've seen.
Butler to Satterfield. Timeout called by McKenzie Satterfield here. Satterfield looking for a big hit. Nobody out, 6th inning.
Retired all 3 times up by grounding to the shortstop.
And this one is up and away.
Butler doesn't have anywhere to put this leadoff batter. She's got to pour one in there, and that plays right into Satterfield's game.
Low and away for a ball. It's quickly 2-0 here as she just walked the number 9 hitter. Now the leadoff hitter is up 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Satterfield waits for Butler.
Almost wonder if she's going to take a pitch here before she throws a strike.
This one is down and in, 3-0 now.
And you're almost assured to be taking it 3-0 after walking the previous batter. First 3 pitches out of the zone, got to be taken here at 3-0.
Butler walking around the circle a little bit. May have thought those last 2 pitches were close enough. This one is a strike called. 3-1 now.
Jennings on deck. She was stranded at third after singling last time up. Got the 2-3 batters in the lineup. Due up if Satterfield can do some damage.
There's a foul ball tapped toward third, and it's now 3-2. Alton will play tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We'll be on the radio with the Piasol Birds and the Redbirds. Southwestern against Alton. CM with no game tomorrow. It's prom weekend, so Saturday a busy weekend for CM High. Prom in Bethalto. And Satterfield at 3-2 will hit one deep to center. Way back it goes. The center fielder watches it go over the fence. It's a grand slam for Satterfield. She has tied the game 8-8 to straightaway center field.
Second time you've seen Satterfield circle the bases with the bases loaded with a grand slam. She was able to get the grand slam against Carrollton about a week or so ago, and now she does it here at our home field against the Alton Redbirds to tie the game.
And now the Eagles will set it up again with nobody out, and it looks like the center fielder banged her elbow there on the fence as she went back, as they're checking on an injury now in the outfield for the Alton Redbirds.
Looks like her glove hand, left hand, may have scraped that wall. It's a chain link fence that looks like it's got some backing on it to provide a hitter's eye. Well, Coach Mike Eddy sending a trainer out to, I think, take a look as well.
So 2 home runs on the year for Satterfield. They're both grand slams, and I don't think there's any doubt that the wind helped that one, even though it was straight away center field. I don't think it would have been out except for this wind that is going wild today.
Any ball hit in the air from center field all the way to the right field line is going to be aided by the wind, and I think we were getting some of our biggest gusts when that ball was sailing over that 200-foot mark.
She hit it well, and she hit it far, straight away center field, that's for sure.
Tell you what, Butler hasn't been fooling too many of these CM batters, even though that home run tied the game at 8. She's only struck out 1, or actually 2 strikeouts in the game, and a lot of Civic Memorial batters putting balls in play. And when you do that, you got a chance to get some runs in.
8-8 now as Jennings will take a pitch high for a ball. So,
still nobody out.
Yeah, we're tied. 8-8, 6th inning, nobody out, nobody on. Satterfield cleaned them off. Here's the pitch. And it is low from Butler. And walking the number 9 hitter was a big no-no in this inning.
Alton did chase Satterfield from the circle, but she does damage from the batter's box on offense.
Here's a slap into left field. That's going to fall for a base hit as the lefty Jennings went the other way with nobody out. Here's Chelsea Harmon.
5th straight batter to reach in this 6th inning. And the number 3 batter, Harmon, bats with 1 on, nobody out.
And now the Alton Redbirds going to make some changes here. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but it looks like some changes are coming. And maybe Jordan Rohde will do some pitching as she comes in, or at least warm up.
She went back to the dugout, so it looks like they're going to be making a switch.
Tipsword is going to come in to first base.
No, Rohde's now going to go down to the bullpen. So they're going to take her out and let her warm up and keep Butler in the game.
And they'll put Presley in right field. Caitlin Presley into right. Tipsword at first base now. And Rohde will loosen up with Butler still in the circle. Tipsword at first now, and Butler will now face Harmon, the number 3 hitter.
I think what they were saying was Bemis was going to go into the game, is that right? She going to right field?
Presley's into right. Started as the designated player.
Right, that's right.
Number 4, I believe, out in right. Bemis is in left, and Gutierrez still in center field. And again, Rohde warming up now, down in the right field corner, beyond the Alton dugout. Here's a bunt, foul ball at home plate. So this game continues. It's a seesaw battle today, back and forth. Each team has had leads in the game, not able to hold leads in the game. It's 8-8 here in the 6th inning.
Alton with just the 2 losses on the season. One was a 5-2 loss to Belleville East. The other was a 2-0 loss to O'Fallon. So by far, most runs allowed in this season.
Here's a bunt. Mayer will throw to first. Tipsword stays at the bag. Out on the sacrifice bunt. Runner moves up to second. 1 down.
First out of the inning, and that brings in Lawrence, looking for her first hit of the game.
Jalen Lawrence at the plate. Number 4 hitter. High from Butler. Lawrence followed by Albers. Middle of the order. Bottom of the 6th, then Lawrence will take low.
Prior to today, the most runs allowed by Alton was a win over Belleville West, a 6-5 victory back on April the 4th. But 8 runs scored by the Eagles.
Low and away, it's ball 3 with first base open. Both starting pitchers being hit hard today, really, by both teams' offenses.
I don't think anybody is wishing for a extra innings game, but As Civic Memorial's Lawrence reaches on a walk, they've got 2 runners on here. Now Mike Eddy's going to talk with the home plate umpire.
And it's going to be Cassie Albers to the plate. And Lawrence will come out of the game as we'll have a pinch runner, Madison Hall, I believe it is.
I don't know how you can identify runners without their numbers being shown, with the sweatshirt being worn.
Sweatshirts and layers and layers.
Maybe you saw the number on her helmet. Good eyesight.
Yeah, that's it. So it's the other number 7. It'll be Bailey Hampton who will run, not number 7, Madison Hall. So Hampton, JV player, into the game to run at first. And now Longo and Butler are going to talk in the circle. Rohde's ready to go if they're ready to go to another pitcher. And now here comes head coach Dan Carter as he will make a pitching change, it looks like. And we'll have a pitching change. Both starting pitchers knocked out of this game. You won't see that much in softball, but 8-8 in the 6th inning. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Do you, Casasa? Do you have a free checking account that pays you cash? Cash like greenbacks, cash like, I'm Johnny, cash like this. The massive interest you get just for putting your money into a free Casasa account. Casasa. A new word for a checking account that liberates you with no minimum balance and ATM refunds from sea to shining sea. Do you know where to get more cash? If you Casasa, you do. Do you, Casasa?
Don't just bank. Casasa, only available at America's finest community banking institutions.
8-8 here in the ball game. CM had a 3-1 lead and a 4-2 lead. Then it was 8-4. Redbirds led by 4. But a grand slam has tied us up here in the 6th, 8-8. For the Redbirds, it will be Rohde, who's 3-0 on the year, her 8th game pitched here for the season. She has 1 start.
She's only gone 15.3 innings, or 15 1/3 innings on the season. So not those starters numbers. The opportunity we saw last Friday in a game versus Roxana, coming in with a big Alton lead. Now the game is tied. A little bit more pressure on Rohde.
Rohde looks in, rocks and fires. This is a ground ball to short. Dodson's going to go to third for the force out. Good play there as they get the lead runner for the out.
Looked like there might have been some hesitation by the runner at second base. Froze a little bit with that ball hit on the ground, and the runner on first and second, you got to be going on contact, and she was thrown out easily at third.
And that'll bring in Kaylin Turbyfill. Turbyfill with 2 on, 2 out. High from Rohde, ball 1. And Jordan's sister, Brittany Rohde, a freshman, is a pitcher for the JV squad. She might have pitched over there today here in Bethalto. She's in the dugout now. The pitch gets away, or the ball gets away from the catcher and rolls back toward the circle, and the runners move up to second and third.
That's a good heads-up play by the runner on second base. Albers was able to see that the ball got away from the catcher, and even the catcher had trouble picking it up the second time, and both runners are safe easily.
High for a ball as first base is now open with Hampton at third and Albers at second.
Longo made a good play that time to swipe that high pitch from Rohde. That could have scored a run if it got back to the fence.
3-0 pitch with 2 outs. Ball down in the dirt, and there's bases loaded for the Eagles for the second time this inning.
And Longo had to make another short dig a ball out of the dirt that time on a pitch that was underthrown a little by Rohde, and after not having very many walks, got another walk in this inning.
And so now the bases are loaded, and T.J. Smith, sophomore, digs in.
She led off the inning with a double, came around to score on that grand slam, and now she's batting for the second time here in the sixth.
Smith, the 1-0 pitch, will take a strike outside corner there.
I'm sure Coach Eddie has told his batters that, hey, with a new pitcher in the game, make her throw strikes. So she took a strike there.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Swing and a miss as Smith had a big cut, strike 2.
She was trying to equal what McKenzie Satterfield was able to do earlier this inning. Drive them all in, clear the bases. Took a big swing at that one, swung right through it, and she's in the hole, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Rohde bringing it home. Way high for a ball, 2-2. No place to put this batter again, especially in an 8-8 tie in the 6th inning.
T.J. Smith has scored twice in this game. She's been on base 3 times. It's been a big game for Smith, and she's got to come in and pitch next inning.
2-2 now. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning. The Eagles tie it up. They leave the bases loaded. 8-8. After 6, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Eagles and Redbirds going to the 7th inning now, and it's still undecided. 8-8 after the last couple of innings have put a lot of runs up there on the scoreboard. Alton with 4 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 6 runs in 2 innings, and then Satterfield with the grand slam home run in the bottom of the 6th inning to tie us up at 8-8. Craig Ballman and Brent Birkland back on the Big Z here, and Smith delivers to Tipsword, and it is strike 1.
Yeah, the big blow, Satterfield with the grand slam. Remember, she's not in the circle anymore. She's out in center field now. 3 walks in that inning by Alton pitchers. Only one of them came around to score.
Tipsword fouls it away, first base side, and both starting pitchers are gone, Satterfield and Butler, and anybody's game here in the 7th.
T.J. Smith with a good day at the plate. Now she's going to have to keep things in control in the circle. Left-handed pitcher for CM.
She brings it home, and it is strike 3 called as she got the outside corner for the strikeout.
1, 2, 3, 4th strikeout of the game for CM pitchers. That's the first for Smith.
And that'll bring in Madison Bemis, number 6. Bemis will take it inside, but a strike on the corner.
Bemis batted last time after Presley was the designated player. Now Presley has gone back into the game to play in the field.
Here's the pitch. Low and away as Smith threw an off-speed pitch. Smith may have been the starter and the pitcher when we were at Southwestern, right? Last week?
I believe it was Satterfield who started,
okay,
but Smith may have come in that game.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a shot into left field. That's a base hit. Bemis, not a hard hit ball, not the hardest hit ball of the day, but it goes over the shortstop for a hit.
That was not wind aided. It was just a little looper over the shortstop's head that gets the job done. She's on first. That spot in the batting order has had 3 straight strikeouts, and Coach Carter liking that, able to get on base here. 1 out in the 7th inning.
And it looks like he's going to bring in Presley again. And she's been in and out. Bemis has been in and out of the game. It's going to be Morgan Butler, who has a chance, I guess, to redeem herself, even though she had a big hit when it was tied 4-4.
Yeah, Butler is someone who has reached base a couple of times in this game. She's got 2 RBI, and we thought when she had that 2 RBI single, she was going to maybe give herself a cushion to pitch with. She couldn't hold on to the lead, and now she's got to redeem herself in the batter's box again.
So she's already driven in 2, then allowed the grand slam, then left the circle for Jordan Rohde. Rohde has a chance to get a win, so does Smith in relief. Here's a shot that sails on the shortstop, and it's a hit in the left. They throw to third, and that allows Butler to second base, and Presley goes over to third. That was smoked, and I believe rising on the shortstop.
It never quite made it to the fence as the left fielder was able to cut it off, but she did not hit the cutoff man when she threw the ball back into the infield. It kind of trickled to the third baseman, and that allowed Butler to take second, and that's a big play. They've got a runner on second base. The go-ahead run is at third, 60 feet away.
And Palin has a chance to give Alton another lead. They've had some leads today, 6-4 and 8-4 and 1-0 too. Strike 1 called with 1 out here. First base open. 2 on for the Redbirds, swinging a foul back to the screen.
2 hits in a row after the first batter was retired, so Alton's got to do damage if they want to push ahead the go-ahead run. They're going to have to do it with 1 player retired, and the bottom of the order coming up, not quite as productive as CM was in the bottom of their order.
Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball. Pitcher has it, looks home, but will throw to first out there. And that's going to give the Redbirds the lead on that tap back to the circle.
Yeah, I mean, you see a pitcher field the ball and then check the runner. You expect him to throw it home when that runner's trying to score. She looked and I guess thought that there wasn't going to be a play at the plate, so get 1 runner, get 1 out, and she did at first base. But the go-ahead run's across the plate now for Alton.
So Palin drives in a big run, her 4th RBI of the year.
3 of them today. Or no, that's her first of the day.
Kayla Gutierrez, number 9 hitter now, has a chance to give Alton another run.
Second time she's reached base today.
Gutierrez fouls it back. She has 6 RBIs on the year. Kayla, number 9 hitter at 1-1 here. What a game today. 9-8 in favor of the Redbirds.
We should note that that runner that was on at first, Butler, made it all the way to third base on that play.
Here's the pitch. This one bounces in. Good backhanded play by Harmon this time as she picked it clean this time. She's the catcher, Harmon. Pitcher is Smith.
2 outs in the inning, but there's a big insurance run at third. If Alton can get that run across, it's going to make it difficult for CM to try to even the score in the bottom of the 7th.
And a wild pitch goes back toward the Alton dugout. That allows Butler to score, and it's 10-8 Redbirds.
Score standing up. Wasn't a play at home plate as Harmon couldn't hold on. Pitch gets away from the catcher again, and Alton has taken the lead and added an insurance run.
10-8 score. Redbirds lead by 2. And Gutierrez with 2 outs and nobody on, taking a ball low and away. It's 3-1.
High-scoring non-conference game on a difficult day weather-wise with the wind and cold temperatures. Both coaches have had to go to the bullpen in this one.
Here's the pitch. It's low and away, and the number 9 hitter will walk, and that will bring up Georgia Dodson once again, and Z1570 once again would like to salute our business of the day. For the last time today, Waltco Tools in Wood River, your resource for any tool you could ever want or need. Waltco Tools in Wood River. Ball 1 to Dodson, bounces in.
8 runs across for CM. Alton has scored 10. Alton no stranger to scoring double-digit runs, but never in a game this close.
Here's the pitch. It's low and away. 2-0 from Smith here, who has allowed a couple of runs in the 7th inning.
And as you mentioned earlier, Alton's turning around, going to play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So even though it's been a rainy week, a busy week for Alton, that'll be their 4th game tomorrow, 4th game of the week.
Here's a strike called at the letters to Dodson, waiting for the first strike, and now she's got it at 2-1. With 1 on, 2 outs. Gutierrez running at first base. And the pitch, swinging a ground ball back to the pitcher. Smith will throw her out at first, and that's the end of the 7th inning for the Redbirds, who tack on 2 more. They break the 8-8 tie and lead it 10-8 over CM. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's go places. Not just the ones you can find on a map, but the ones you can find in your heart. Because inspiration doesn't favor those who sit still. It dances with the daring and rewards the courageous with ideas. Ideas that inspire. Ideas that take you places you never imagined. Ideas big enough to make the heart skip a beat. And in some cases, maybe 2. Toyota, let's go places.
Of course, nobody's ever out of the game, a game like this today. Now the Eagles have a chance with Satterfield, of course, coming up, and the bottom of the order doing some damage for the Eagles today.
Whaley's scored 2 runs this evening.
Low for a ball. The bottom of the 7th is underway.
And not only has she scored twice, but she's driven in 3.
Shortstop, Shelby Whaley, will take a pitch just outside, I believe. 2-0. Look good.
Satterfield would like to get back to the batter's box with runners on. She's been dangerous this season with base runners on when she comes to the plate.
Here's a strike by Rohde as she fired a fastball in there. After the game, our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game, and Craig's going to have a hard time deciding a player of the game today. Here's a ground ball to short. Dodson to her right again. Throws to first for the out. 1 down is Dodson with another good play.
First time Whaley's been retired in this game, and it's been the busy Georgia Dodson at shortstop throwing out another CM runner.
Do you have a player of the game in mind, Craig?
I'm waiting to see what happens here, what transpires.
I mean, in the back of your mind.
In the back of the mind, you got to go with an Alton player who.
No, don't tell me.
Oh.
Just keep it. I just thought.
Keep it a secret.
Yeah, for a little while longer. 6 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. 1 out, 7th inning. Lewis takes inside, 2-0.
It's gonna be tough to try to pick a player.
Sort this all out.
I mean, we got a player for Alton who didn't do well in the circle, but she's done all right at the batter's box, so difficult.
And Satterfield, the starter, with the grand slam home run. So even though Satterfield and Butler had tough times in the circle today, they were able to swing the bats. And it looks like Rohde and Smith going to be the pitchers of records now, of course. And here's a walk with 1 out, and Lewis has walked again. Tying run coming up and Satterfield to the plate, but they're going to have to discuss the senior McKenzie Satterfield here, and Jordan Rohde's not going to be able to groove one.
Mike Eddy has not been very aggressive sending his runners, but you got to believe that Lewis has got some speed. She appears to be one of the quicker batters in this lineup. She's been on base 3 times out of the number 9 hole in this game. Only been retired once. Finds herself at first base with 1 out. Tying run at the plate for Civic Memorial. That could make for a big prom weekend, get a walk-off win somehow.
Or tie it up right here, right now at 10-10. We were tied at 4. We were tied at 8-8. And we'll see about Satterfield here against Jordan Rohde.
I don't know if it was a wind-aided home run. It was dead center field. And some wind blowing at the time. Right now it's kind of quiet, but it is gusting throughout the game. Satterfield with just that one hit. The grand slam last time up.
There's a shot to short. Dodson will bobble it and throw to first, and not in time. So hit hard at the shortstop, but everybody's safe.
It's the 4th time in this game that Satterfield has grounded a ball to the shortstop Dodson. First 3 times up, she was able to make the play. Here on the 4th opportunity, couldn't quite hold on, maybe thinking about trying to turn 2. Always difficult to turn 2 on the short softball bases, but maybe get the lead runner. As a result, 2 runners on, 1 out.
Just 1 out in the 7th, and Jennings will slap one down the line. It hits the chalk. It hits the chalk. It's a fair ball. 1 run in. Satterfield stops at third with an RBI double, and it's 10-9. The Eagles are within 1.
Chloe Jennings with a big hit down the line, and that might have brought up some chalk down that left field line. Going the opposite way, Satterfield was able to get to third. It looked like Mike Eddy was going to send her if the throw wasn't perfect. The throw was right on the mark, and she had to freeze at third base.
10-9 now the score. Bottom of the 7th inning, and you knew neither team was out of it. Even though it was 8-8 late in the game, each team now has runs in the 7th inning too.
Third string catcher Chelsea Harmons had a tough day behind the plate. A lot of balls going off her glove, not able to hold on. Now she bats with runners at second and third, 1 out. She has not reached base in this game, but she's got an opportunity to come through in a big way for her CM team right here.
Come on, Chelsea.
Grounded out to the shortstop first 2 times up, struck out, and also grounded out to the third baseman.
Obviously getting out at home. So
second base, tying run on third.
Are you kidding? And a strike is called.
We're trying to walk her, but that one was a strike right at the letters.
I think it was a little outside, but not far enough, I guess, outside. So Rohde will fire another one outside. And it's a walk, and the bases are loaded. The Eagles have had the bases loaded a couple of times in the last couple of innings. Left the bases loaded last inning.
Satterfield, of course, cleared them with the grand slam, but like you said, they also stranded the bases loaded later in that 6th.
Now in the bottom of the 7th. And nitty-gritty time now for the Eagles and the Redbirds. 7th inning, 10-9, Alton. Here's the pitch. Lawrence will take a pitch. It looked good, but a ball must have been low or inside.
You know, I expected Alton to play their middle infielders a lot more in than what they're playing. They're playing more or less at the standard level.
And Lawrence will tap one foul, third base side, and now it's 1-1 with, again, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Eagles. They've scored 1 and trail by 1 more, 10-9.
Obviously, if it's right at those infielders, they're going to try to come home, and with Lawrence not the quickest of runners, they got a chance to get a double play and still win this game.
1-1 pitch, and Lawrence hits one into right. That's a base hit. 1 run in, and the stop sign is up. We're tied at 10-10 on a base hit to right. The bases are still loaded.
Big hit by Lawrence, and boy, Mike Eddy had an opportunity to maybe send that runner from second. Instead, he held up Jennings, and now she's the go-ahead run at third base with a big tie to 10.
And so now the Redbirds still need an out at home, or the game is over. 10-10, 1 out, 7th inning, and Coach Dan Carter going to bring his outfield in, his infield in with 1 out, and a left-handed batter, Cassie Albers, at the plate.
You know, why don't you just bring your outfielders all the way to the edge of the grass? I mean, a standard hit ball to the outfield just straight away, and they're going to be able to tag up the runner at third base.
10-10 game. There's a shot. Base hit into center field. That's the ball game. A walk-off win as Albers hits one up the middle, and it's a base hit in the bottom of the 7th inning to end the game. 11-10. The Eagles over the Redbirds.
How about that? Fun weekend at Civic Memorial High School. They get the walk-off win on the softball field, and they got reason to celebrate here on a Friday evening.
11-10, the final. CM over Alton High. Back with a postgame in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Macias Insurance, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974. Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else. Toyota, let's go places. Visit www.buyatoyota.com.